Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio.
Welcome to Big Bro Club, and we're going to get into all things Big Brother with my guest today, Chase. But first, God. Because Riley Jeffries has gone home. We have been set free by the Queen Rachel. Hallelujah.
Dude, who better to take out the demonic, the idiotic, the ridiculous, the redonkulous, the bull riding phenom than the queen herself, the Queen of Hearts, Rachel.
She is the best HOH of the season by far, easily, and that's why we had to just we were too excited to do a beat by beat episode recap. We just had to jump into the fact that Riley Jeffries is no longer with us. I no longer have to be uncomfortable at 4 a.m. watching him in the bathroom. That's over for me.
I think a good thing, because you've already played one song, I think it's important that we go ahead and play a song to honor the memory at this funeral of Riley.
No. Is it his song?
How sweet!
How sweet the sound.
Oh, it's so sweet to hear the sound of Morgan. You are safe.
Yeah, dude, Julie. Incredible work there. Faked me out.
Yeah,
not really.
We knew. Big time.
We knew at that point.
We're so bad, dude. We're so bad, man.
We knew what was coming, but Riley didn't. In that moment where Julie did the fake out, you could kind of see there was relief in his eyes for a second, and then it turned to panic. And yeah,
dude. Oh man. I mean, in all reality, it's hard to feel sympathetic towards him because of how creepy and manipulative he was being.
Yeah. But
I can't help but be like, dude, it must have been devastating for him to find out that the world hates him.
Yeah, you are sympathetic. I don't know that I am. I feel like when you sign up for something like Big Brother, you need to be aware of all that comes with Big Brother.
Yeah,
and part of that is there's a camera and you have a microphone on all the time. Literally, dude, the whole time.
The fact that he seems so shocked that they were there for all of his private moments is like, did you even watch the show?
Yeah, so that's the interview with Julie Chen. It was very telling for a lot of reasons because, I mean, one, he came out, and I don't think he realized it, but he wasn't getting the audience reaction that you normally would get when you talk about a showmance.
Well, also, and this is one thing that needs to be brought up because I was curious. I thought they were going to boo him. Turns out that live audience is mostly CBS employees. There was an incident in like a past Big Brother season where this lady got booed so bad that now booing is against the rules. You're not allowed to boo when they come out.
But when he was talking about his relationship with Catherine, normally any other time, like literally any other showmance I've seen, it gets people going, oh, and like, yeah, and then they're so excited about it. He got crickets.
Quiet. Yeah, it was dead quiet. Dude, I knew he was fucked when she goes, you even said that you were going to marry her at the live show. And he goes, oh, yeah, I did. Y'all heard that?
He's like, I can't believe y'all heard that. That's crazy. And I was like, yeah, it was at that moment that I'm like, oh, Riley, you are in for a very rude awakening when you get off of this stage.
It really unlocked everything for me because it blew my mind. I was like, he must be oblivious to how he treats women. If he is doing this on live television, 24/7 feeds, he's acting like this, but then turning it off when other people get around. I was like, he must be doing this subconsciously. He doesn't realize he's doing it. And then now that we know that he just didn't think that they were being watched 24/7, it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to pull up that article?
Yeah, I would love to. Here, you vamp while I pull it up.
Okay. So this week for me, I mean, really, since Rachel took the HOH, has been like it's been me being sick. I'm very sick right now, but I still wanted to do this podcast. That's how much I wanted to talk about Riley going home. That was very important.
NyQuil
to
does
me.
wonders.
Yeah,
brother.
I was about to say this week has been live feeds and NyQuil and copious amounts of illicit substances, and I don't know how much of it was real and how much of it I actually saw, but I'm gonna do my best to recount what I remember from this week of Big Brother.
Yeah, dude. So, I guess we shouldn't read the whole article. Should we just hit the highlights?
Yeah, just get like the good parts, like how he was shocked.
Yeah.
And
according
it was like George
to a production, according to a production insider, Riley seemed shocked over how he was perceived in the house. It was like being hit by a wall of bricks as soon as he stepped off set. He wasn't even upset at first because he was in a genuine state of disbelief. He thought it would be a warm, celebratory welcome when he got out, but it was far from it. The source added that one of the first things that Riley did immediately following his post-exit interview was he had to have a sit-down with production that was like a situation room-like setting at CBS Studios. Producers were involved. Riley had to be debriefed on the audience's reaction to things he said and other accusations that had been made against him and that came out during his time in the house. And the quote that I thought was crazy was, he doesn't seem to remember a lot of what he said, or he thinks it wasn't picked up by cameras, so it came as a total shock to him.
That's the part where I'm like, it's just, I can't feel bad for him. It's like if like an NFL player is like, I didn't realize I was going to get tackled, you know, like I really wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I understand his, like, not everything's going to be on TV because he probably didn't watch the live feeds like how a lot of these people
He
do.
didn't think I would be watching him at 4 a.m. East Coast time.
And I think a lot of these players that are in the house this season aren't aware, because I saw where someone, I think it was Mickey, made a comment yesterday going, do you think that there's people that like live feeders that watch the same like 2 days in a row? And it was like, darling, they're watching all summer long in a row.
A couple days ago, I heard Lauren saying like, "Get a life, live feeders."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, she's saying that directly to me right now."
She's talking to you, dog.
One of the things I was going to bring up about what you read there was that he talked about he was expecting a warm welcome. I could tell that when he was on stage and he's like, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And again, he did not get the kind of reception that you normally get when you say something like that. And I was like, man, well, he's going to get on TikTok and he's going to see how people actually think of him. And I wonder if he saw our edit. Probably not, but...
Probably not, but there was I mean, dude, it's probably just too much stuff. It's too overwhelming to see everything. But in the article, it says he did not take it well, and he took it so hard that how badly he handled being told this, mixed with the fact that he is not media trained, they pulled all of his press.
Yes, that's the other very important part to talk about, which is I was thinking that, I was like, there is no way after he gets online and he sees everything that he's going to sign up to go on RHAP the next morning. I was like, there's just no way that's going to happen. And then it got pulled, and I was like, of course it did.
Because I even said, because we were talking about this, and I was like, dude, RHAP's going to go in on this guy. Like, they're not going to pull punches. And I was so excited for it. And, dude, I mean, someone online shared, let me see if I can find it, the messages from Mike Bloom and Rob C. Mike Bloom puts it, I don't know if this is some sort of like Slack or some sort of, I don't know what this is, Discord or something, but Mike Bloom goes, FYI all, was informed by CBS that there will not be exit interviews today due to scheduling conflicts. Hopefully everyone's chat with Riley gets moved to next week. Rob C., the savage that he is, goes, so weird that he had something else booked today. Good thing he got evicted last night so he can make his appointments today. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that night, I mean, that's like the day that I realized I was sick and I was feeling terrible. But it all went away when I watched that episode. And then right after the episode, I was so hyped up on the fact that Riley went home. I pulled up the RHAP Big Brother live stream of them talking about it directly after, and I watched that for like an hour. And they do a really good job covering Big Brother, like Taryn and Mike Bloom and Rob and Maggie. I think that's the other one. Like, they all do an incredible job. It made me think we should quit.
I mean, well, I don't know about quitting, but it is, and this is something that I said to you the other day. I was like, dude, for Big Brother, everyone brings their A game. But dude, after watching some Big Brother, it's really refreshing to like have so many different twists and turns and to not really know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I would like to clarify something I said on the first episode of this program, where I said that the Big Brother people are normal. Turns out I was very much wrong on that. I was crazy. Like, compared to Survivor people, they're just like normal, and you agreed with me. And
dude, there's been some more scandalous stuff happening in the house this week. I don't know if you've been seeing everything online.
Fill me in.
A big thing is Vince and Morgan have been very touchy-feely the past few days on the live feeds.
Oh, really?
Vince has a girlfriend at home. But apparently Vince told the diary room that his girlfriend said that he could do whatever he needs to do to win, like including flirting. But it looks like we might have a little showmance. A relationship might end because of the Big Brother house.
Interesting. I saw a lot of them talking to each other, but it was mostly strategy whispering talk. I didn't.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm not really watching. I'm like listening on my headphones, doing stuff.
A lot of grabbing of the waist, cuddling up on the couch. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff with Catherine. Catherine's catching some heat in the house this week. Apparently, everyone says, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm bringing this up. Apparently, everyone says she stinks.
Oh,
and so
really?
someone in the house put deodorant in her bed as like a message of like, use deodorant. Apparently, she's just leaving like dirty clothes laying around everywhere. Dang. They do not think she's the cleanest person.
That's interesting. Riley didn't seem to care. Hey, girl, I don't care if you smell. You're stuck with me forever.
Hey, I wonder if everyone just thought it was him. And then he's gone, and they're like, whoa, it's her.
Maybe it's him. It's lingering on her. It's just like a cloud of Riley that hasn't gone away yet.
It's also, dude, Catherine. I'm starting to wonder if I mean, I don't know, dude. She seems to be taking it very hard that Riley's gone. She said that she was going to self-eliminate herself, which is the Big Brother version of killing yourself.
Whoa. She's going to BBKYS?
She was going to BBKYS, dude. She was going to eliminate herself because she didn't want to be in the Big Brother house without him. And then now, still, all these days later, she's apparently just like going off on people and freaking out and just not taking it well.
I've caught some of her being upset about it, which I think goes to my point of, yes, she was in love with Riley the whole time. And
but do you think it was like a Stockholm type syndrome thing?
I don't know, but have you listened to her parents talking about it? It was wild what they said.
What did they say?
Have you not heard it? I got to pull that up then.
I've seen some stuff of her aunt talking.
It was her dad and her mom on a live stream, and I can't believe that they said some of this stuff.
These parents and the relatives going on podcasts and stuff, these are not media people. They don't know, and they're from the South. There's no telling what they probably were saying.
It's from the bald guy with the tiny microphone who does Big Brother content that I
got
originally...
them on a live stream?
No, it wasn't. It was him reporting on somebody else getting them on a live stream. The web goes deep.
You were hating on that guy, and now you're a fan.
I'm a fan because I saw this one video where he was talking about... it was Riley's mom potentially threatening to sue him, and he's like, I would love it if you did that. That would be hilarious. And I was like, I love that energy.
Yeah, I do. That's pretty badass. There's other rumors saying that, like, this is not confirmed at all. This is just a rumor that, like, he's going to, like, sue Big Brother or something.
Yeah, that one I don't believe until I see a reputable truth teller like the Daily Mail, until I see somebody who would never lie about anything.
Well, here's the thing, dude, and before you play this clip, even if he wanted to sue Big Brother for making him, ruining his life, I can't think of a worse situation to go to court when they have 24/7 live footage of everything that you did for 40 days.
Yeah. It's also like it's a bull rider versus CBS. Who's going to win that legal battle?
Julie Chin Moonves herself will be in the courtroom.
Yeah. But first, God.
First, God.
Okay, here's some of Catherine's father and stepmom.
Treating her on the live feeds and everything, because as we saw, he's not a Prince Charming or anything like that. Very hard to watch, and I just see that they kind of took their feeds, and if it got to the way it wasn't going, they would stop the feed. Right. Have you seen that? Like if something's, and then they'd come back when everything was happy. So they didn't show much of it, but the stuff that got out there, it was disturbing. How would you guys feel if she decided that she did want to be with Riley after the show's done? I'm going to let Tracy answer that.
Honestly, I don't think that will be an issue. I foresee there being some sort of maybe a reunion with some of the house guests, and I can see them being friends after this show, but I don't think that a romantic relationship will develop after she's out of the house, or if it does, I think it'll be short-lived. And now Catherine is going to have to accept that she's a stepmom of 2 kids.
Whoa!
I don't see
Allegedly.
her being a stepmom at 23.
Yeah, that
She's only 23?
Yeah, 23.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a
So
crazy shot to
she's-
fire there on the live stream.
That was crazy. Wait, when did the second kid drop? I knew that he was supposedly the father of one child.
Hey, I don't know.
Dude,
I'm not that deep.
Real quick, what have we become? Why are we 2 26-year-old men on a Saturday night hanging out and talking about who's got a baby with who?
Yeah. I've got a cold, and I should probably be asleep, and I'm like, I want to do this.
I was working on a TV show all day, and then I was like, I can't wait to get home and talk about Riley from Big Brother.
Yeah. Yeah, so just the whole situation is insane. I'm kind of glad it's over, but I feel like at the same time, this has brought a lot of attention to Big Brother. Mike Bloom did make a really good comparison when he compared the season to season 46, and I call it a good comparison because I had been thinking the same thing. So, if me and Mike Bloom agree on something, it obviously
It's gotta
is.
be
Yeah,
good.
it's a good idea.
Do you have like good comparisons, or is it just vibes?
It's the vibe of the chaos and people not playing correctly, and that resulting in some pretty fun gameplay.
In the kind of because the thing with Rome that got so much attention was outside of the game when
Yeah,
he supposedly leaked the order. So it was like maybe just like the controversy.
Well, that's 47.
Oh, you're right. I don't know if I see that comparison.
It's
I
like
don't know.
having the big characters who weren't necessarily good at the game, I think is the comparison.
Oh, yeah. That is solid. People going in on Mickey. I
Yeah.
saw a clip today from the feeds of Ava. Mickey was talking to Ava while Ava was kind of napping. Mickey left. Ava goes, psychotic bitch.
Yeah, people don't like her that much, but I could like recollect my live feed experience for the week basically, and we talk a little bit about the episode where Riley went home, and then this could be our episode for the week, and then we just come back next week to talk about the Sunday through Friday.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool with me. One thing I want to ask before we kind of just break into actually what happened in the episode is, one thing that occurred to me was Big Brother has control of the live feeds and what is seen on the live feeds.
Yeah.
And so why were they showing that stuff?
I think they just show whoever is in certain rooms at certain times, honestly, because you see the same rooms over and over again with different people. I mean, I feel like they would have to strategically not show certain things.
Because they cut those feeds when don't want you seeing something.
Yeah. So your question is, why wouldn't they just like avoid showing it at all? I guess because I don't know, maybe people would find that alarming.
But they would have no clue if it wasn't for the live feeds what's been going on. Because the edits on the main episodes are the showman's edits. Why is there such a difference? Now, I would be totally cool if it was like in the live feeds we see him being creepy and he's being creepy on the main show too.
Yeah.
But there's that weird, like, they obviously were trying to protect him on the main episodes, but then they were just like, let the world see this crazy dude on the live feeds.
Yeah. I'm more curious about why they, what Taryn has been talking about so much, like why they made the decision to change it up on the actual show. Why not just let him be this villain and get as much attention on the show as possible? Because it was happening in spite of their efforts to conceal it. And I talked about how annoying that was from like the very first time. I feel like before we even knew how bad it was, the music that they were putting on it. Because to me, it was just awkward at first. I didn't realize.
It was weird. It felt forced.
Yeah, I didn't realize how aggressive he was. And I'm glad he's gone. War is over if you want it. Like John Lennon and Yoko Ono
I'm gonna miss having something to talk about, though.
But are you really sad about it? What's better, being able to talk about it, and having to see him doing those things, or him just being gone? Okay,
it's better that he's gone because Catherine can now play the game.
Yeah, I mean, she's still in love with him. That's what we were talking about earlier. No, she's still very much in love with him and having breakdowns.
Yeah.
So now, do you want to kind of get into how Riley got in that situation in the first place?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can start with the Hour of Veto competition after Rachel wins.
Yes, and it was OTEV. It's a very famous veto competition.
I feel like Ava kind of revealed that she didn't know ball a little bit because they were all talking about how it's this legendary competition, but then Ava was like, what is this? Who is this pig?
Yeah, I think that's happened quite a bit. One thing that gets brought up a lot in both of the challenges, the POV, and then on the live feeds, was it Sunday night or whenever it was when they did the wall comp?
That would be Thursday night, I think.
Thursday night. A lot of people have been talking about how when it comes to OTEV in the wall comp, they're like, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And in both scenarios, everyone did really bad. In the POV competition, it's Will, Lauren, Vince, Mickey, Morgan, and Rachel.
And then they had to run around and grab the name tags of the two players that OTEV, whatever hint he gave them.
And I have some of the hints here. One of them was, bring me the two rats that were evicted with exactly 9 votes. That was hard.
Yeah.
The only evicted house guest who won a BB Blockbuster. The 2 rats that were evicted the same night that Kelly won a BB Blockbuster. And then the last one was, I think that was the last one.
They had to be paying pretty close attention to everything that happened. I guess you would if it was your entire life.
There's no phones. There's nothing to take your attention away. It's just game.
I thought it was a fun challenge. And
it was super fun. The weirdest part, though, was Mickey, dude. Mickey looking at Lauren. Was it Lauren that she said it to? And she just goes, let one of us win if you're not going to use it. Essentially trying to kind of like strong arm her into just quitting the competition so that they could have it.
She was like, hey, Lauren, will you make a faith-based decision to let us win this? I prayed over this challenge, and it needs to go to one of us.
It's like speaking of faith-based decisions, it's like they walked up to David before he took out Goliath and was like, hey, man, are you going to use that slingshot? Because if you're not, can you give it to one of us?
Yes, exactly like that. So it ends up being Lauren as the winner.
Yes, dude.
And Lauren, this is what I got from the live feeds. Very indecisive the whole day. Incredibly indecisive. Like the first conversation that she had with Rachel, she was just like, I don't know. It's such a hard decision. Why can't I make good decisions? Rachel's like, you just think on it, and like I respect whatever you do. And in reality, Rachel did not respect whatever Lauren did. She just wanted to know what she was going to do.
100%. Rachel is the queen, and I mean, I think she was a badass this whole episode. One thing that I thought was really funny was Morgan going up to Lauren being like, I've got to tell you something about Zach. He could have taken himself off the block, but he didn't. For me, we were working together. And it's just like even Lauren laughs at her. It was so
Zach,
weird.
He died for my sins, and
So
I betrayed
we need
him.
to work together.
Yeah. Somebody brought up the fact that she found his bracelet in his bed or something, and she thought maybe he left it behind for her, and he laughed about that really hard. He was like, "Oh no, I didn't leave that there for anybody. Like I didn't. It just kind of got stretched out, and I took it off, and man,
Crazy work, man.
yeah." So it's been a rough week for Morgan. Toothbrush incident, and then now the
Yes.
bracelet incident. Zach might have to get a restraining order whenever Morgan gets evicted or whenever she leaves the jury house.
She's gonna follow him on tour with the Savannah Bananas. Oh, dude, did you see that weird edit in the episode where Catherine becomes the Flash and like speeds through the house? Did you catch that?
No, I
It
can't
was
believe
wild.
maybe this is when the NyQuil kicked in, but I don't.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I don't
But,
remember that.
Lauren wins the power veto competition, uses it to take Vince off the block. Rachel was pissed.
Before that, Rachel, like I talked about the first conversation with Rachel and Lauren, and then there was the second conversation with Rachel and Lauren that I also caught on the live feeds, because this is the point where I was like a full-blown addict for the live feeds, because I got Rachel's HOH spoiled, and I was like, I want to see how all this plays out now. And then, so the second conversation, it's the same thing, except Lauren is like visibly stressed out about not having made a decision all day. And then Rachel is like, look, it's okay. You just like, you need to let me know tomorrow. And then Lauren leaves that room, walks into the room with Morgan and Vince.
Corner gate.
Corner gate. Yes. This is when that happens. When Morgan and Vince, they talked for like 5 minutes, didn't really talk all that much strategy. It was mostly about like, hey, don't let Rachel make you feel bad. And then Rachel busts in and she's like, hey, you two cornering a 22-year-old, making her cry, real classy guys, and then storms out. And then the funniest part is that Vince and Morgan run after Rachel to try to make things right. Like followed her across 2 different rooms. And then that whole ordeal went for a while. And then Rachel leaves and goes and talks to Keanu. She's telling Keanu how terrible Morgan and Vince are, and they're evil people who would do this to a sweet, innocent 22-year-old child. And then you have Morgan and Vince in another room whispering about how Rachel is going to spin this and make it sound like they're terrible people. And that,
Dude.
Yeah, that whole thing took about, I don't know, 2 hours. It was very fun to watch.
Dude, incredible. I mean, and even in the edit, it just didn't make much sense. Where it's like, where did Rachel get this from? And I just think that just shows how awesome Rachel is. Dude, it's just like, I think it shows how great Rachel is because she essentially walked into a room that had nothing to do with her, managed to antagonize 2 of the people in there, leave, and the 2 people that didn't do anything wrong in this made-up scenario chase after her to apologize for something that she just made up.
But the real scenario was that Lauren was feeling the pressure from Rachel, and she was cracking under that. And so Rachel, just immediately deflects.
Pushes it on other people. And it's genius because now everyone's not talking about the main situation. It's about this made-up scenario that just happened. And it's awesome. Rachel is a baller. And then Rachel, to keep talking about what happens next, because Lauren goes to Rachel just like she says she would to tell her what she's going to do.
Well, she was avoiding her. That's what I saw because I was cooking. And I think this is like before work, and I was like, let's see if they've done the meeting yet. And Lauren, she's like trying to avoid Rachel. She's finally alone with her, and they're doing their makeup. And then Lauren is like, I'm gonna use it on Vince. And then Rachel, that's when Rachel's like, if you do that, I'm gonna drop a bomb on this house, and like I'm gonna nominate Riley. And then the feeds cut. And then and that was the last thing you see for another hour or so.
So what happens is Rachel looks at her and goes, I'm going to put Riley up. Your call. It's your decision. It's your choice. You can take Vince off the block, but I just want you to know you are putting Riley on the block.
Yep.
And even when in the veto ceremony, when it happens, she looks at Lauren and goes, Lauren is putting Riley on the block. She is so good at the game. she manages to make Lauren the bad guy when she's the one in the power-making position.
Yeah, like we talked about how at the beginning of the show, she couldn't get everybody to do what she wanted. She's worked her way into a position at this point that it feels like Rachel is in complete control of the house.
Dude, she managed, accidentally, I think, to lower her threat level at the beginning of this game until now it's too late. She is like a dragon with 6 heads. They can't stop her now.
Yeah, so let's talk about the ceremony where she does it. She does drop the bomb. And what's interesting is that, Riley, he jumps right up as soon as she says it. And then
that's all right.
Because after this, I caught 2 scenes. One was Riley and Catherine, where Riley, he's talking a big game. He's like, they don't know who they're with. They're messing with me. I'm gonna win that HOH, and I'm gonna come after all of them, and they're gonna realize they can't mess with me. Blah 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 blah. And just that with a million F-bombs. Like every other word is an F-bomb for Riley. It's very annoying to listen to. But Keanu,
flashback to the time that Keanu apologized for cussing in front of Riley.
Yeah, crazy. But so the night before, Rachel was talking to Keanu, and she said, like, Kelly, yeah, it's going to be Kelly. They agreed on that. And then she said, but, I might drop a bomb on the house. Like, I might do something crazy. This is before her and Lauren had that final conversation. And Keanu, he laughed about it. And then cut to the next day. This is after it's happened. This is the first thing I see after the decision has been made. This is how I found out that it was Riley. Is because Keanu was pissed.
Yeah.
Apparently, Riley was his number 2. He told Rachel in the game, and he was like, how could you do this? Now that whole side of the house is going to be mad at me. And like, those are my only friends, Rachel. Like you've made a bad decision. And then Rachel goes like, hey, Keanu, with all due respect, you've had terrible reads this entire time.
Dude, yeah, I saw that clip. And he was like, I don't think they've been terrible. And she's like, they are. Dude, and that's, so yeah, he was so upset because he had just submitted a final 2 with Rachel. And he essentially said, like, Rachel was supposed to come to him and discuss these big moves with him, and she didn't. And what's so funny to me is she goes, Lauren's the one that... Lauren's the one that took him off the block and made this happen. This isn't my fault.
And he was like, we talked about it last night. You said it was Kelly. And then she's like, yeah, like I did say that at one point, but I also said I might drop a bomb on the house. And then he said, I thought you were joking about that.
I love their dynamic. The frenemies duo is so fun. Apparently, a little behind the scenes thing. Keanu's girlfriend did a podcast, and Keanu is like a stepdad to 2 kids.
Oh wow! And he has 100,000 followers, being a fitness influencer.
Hey, I've liked Keanu since day one. I'm still rocking with Keanu. I really like him.
Yeah, I didn't like him that much, but now that I've been watching the live feeds, I am a fan of Keanu.
He's funny, dude.
Yeah, dude. All the Dungeon and Dragoners, point your finger in the sky and light a match. That was a quote from the live feeds. I want you to guess who said that.
Keanu?
Ashley.
She's so funny. Dude, you know who else I love? Will.
Yeah, Will is awesome.
Dude is incredible. He's going to win this game by just chilling.
Yeah, the passive.
Being a girl dad.
What did he call it? Passive listening?
Yeah, passive listening.
Where he just repeats what people say back to them and they keep talking, and he can do that for hours.
And we got that scene where Morgan is talking to him, and she's like, sometimes you're talking to people, and it's just like they're not even listening. And he's like, yeah, they're not even listening. But yeah, so Riley is now officially on the block, which takes us to our BB blockbuster competition. This is where, dude, there's theories, there's rumors, there's
and this is another reason I was plugged into the feeds. I was trying to figure out, like, based off the different scenarios, what was going to happen, and I came to the conclusion that Vince and Ava controlled everything. And then I listened to their conversations, and it was there's a lot of pressure for Mickey going into this.
Yeah, well, and Ava, I think that's why Ava got so emotional when she voted out Riley. And then after Riley left, like, she was very, very emotional. Apparently, she told Rachel to get the F away from her.
Yeah, I heard that.
But yeah, so there's a lot of pressure on Mickey because I think Mickey, you made this observation because you were watching the live feeds, and you said, I think unless Mickey wins BB Blockbuster, she's going home.
Yeah, I thought it was like cemented. I thought everybody had turned on her, and that was their only way out.
Yeah, sure enough, and you're dead right. You're absolutely correct. We get the Big Brother Blockbuster competition, the BBBWCWC.
Yep.
It's a confusing game. The camera angles were strange because usually we just get the one wide camera angle.
Here's the thing. It's not a confusing game, but they just didn't know what they were doing.
Right. So you have to roll a ball, and whoever rolls it the farthest, you lock it in.
And so does that mean they can't see each other's scores?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've seen people arguing online about this. Some people are saying you can't see each other's. Some people are saying you can. And he looked right at Mickey's and still locked it in anyway. I don't understand what happened.
I don't either. And I thought that we were headed to a tie or something. I forgot about Mickey entirely because they just weren't showing her.
They stopped showing her.
Yeah, so Morgan gets to 29, locks in. Riley was a little bit less at that point. Riley then also gets to 29, sees that Morgan locked in, and then he just locks in. And then
with a minute left.
Yeah, and then we zoom out. Mickey has a 38 that we didn't see, and then she locks in right after that. Game over. Mickey wins, and there's still a minute on the clock.
It was insane. And because it's so strange and no one can understand what happened, there's a lot of conspiracies going around that production interfered to make sure that Riley was going home this week.
I don't buy it because I don't know. If Riley was shocked by everything,
control that.
There's so much that had to happen for that. Like Lauren, the nominating Riley thing because she took Vince off. Like Lauren is not a good actress. There's no way that wasn't genuine emotion the whole time.
Yeah. And here's the thing is I don't think that production would just go to them and say, guys, we're getting Riley out this week. This is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that it is possible that when they're in the diary room, the producer is giving them kind of guided questions to be like, hey, will you be using the power of veto for Jimmy this week? Tell us about that.
Hey,
kind of
tell us about
seed.
The creepy, weirdo, disgusting guy, Riley, and if you're going to vote for him.
Yeah, and a lot of people's theory is that because Rachel is, she's a Big Brother legend, she has a big relationship with him. There has been talk that production went to Rachel and said, hey, we need to get Riley out. We need you to do whatever you can.
I don't... you could see the emotion with Ava and everything. If it was a big... I mean, it would have to be a big conspiracy because so much had to break for that to happen. I've seen stuff about it being allegedly rigged since Rachel won HOH in the first place. I don't buy any of it. Honestly. I think this is just how it played out. We got lucky. We all got saved, and we should be happy about it.
It was so weird, though, that Blockbuster game. It was so strange.
It was very weird. I think it was a panic thing from Riley, and that he was trying. He's like, well, "I'll just tie with Morgan, and then Mickey won't get a high enough score," and he didn't actually see that Mickey was in the lead. And dude, when they panned out, and then Mickey, she had the 38 or whatever number it was.
Yeah, insane number.
I screamed. It was like it felt like I was watching Survivor or something. Like there's a big tribal council, and I was like, no way, because this is like Morgan versus Riley. This is the exact scenario that I wanted to, because I think the votes will be there. I think they'll want to keep Morgan. Yeah.
Going back to the conspiracy a little bit, because I don't buy it either. I saw where Riley's family member was on Facebook saying that it was obviously rigged. I think that's just people trying to defend Riley.
Yeah.
But one thing that I did think was very interesting is Big Brother and CBS, Paramount, multi-million dollar stuff on the line. And the fact that they are being so careful about not letting him do press, they are aware of the situation. So it does kind of make me wonder if they're willing to interfere with the game, if it means making sure they don't lose out on millions and millions of dollars.
I don't think there's any money on the line for CBS in any of this. None. I think Riley could have punched somebody and it wouldn't have cost CBS any money. It's all on Riley.
I think it's happened in Big Brother before, and they got kicked out of the house. Yeah.
So, I mean, I really don't think I think it was everything that happened with Riley, it was bad for him personally. It was bad for Catherine personally. It was great for the interest around the show.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yep.
But then, why aren't they letting him do press? You know what I mean?
Because he's not media trained. He's a stupid bull rider.
Yeah.
And he would be like, I think they might have rigged that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
They might have done that to mess with me because nobody in that house respected me, apparently.
But that's what's so funny is, like, you can't even be like, they were trying to make me look bad, because they were actively trying to make him look good in the episodes. In the unedited live feed is where everyone found that he was disgusting.
Yep. They tried to give us the sappy acoustic guitar version of Riley that they wanted to present.
The Coldplay version, the U2 ballad version.
And you know what? He's actually Coldplay CEO, a fair guy. That's who Riley is.
Yeah, talk about things that, you know what's big this year?
Affairs.
Adultery.
Yeah.
Adultery.
We're all doing it.
It's like the big thing this year, man.
Yeah, it's in right now.
Riley goes home.
He does go home.
He gets interviewed by Julie Chinmoonves.
Yep, and we got into all that at the beginning.
Yeah.
I guess now we can just talk about how you could tell Ava and Vince, they get together in the scramble time, and they're talking about, like, what are we going to do? I think we got to do this. And Ava, what is it about Riley that made Ava lose her mind like that? I don't understand. I mean, Catherine, I got it, but
right. I think it's just it came down to Ava, because we even see when she casts her vote, she just panics. She's like, I sadly evict Riley.
That's another moment where I was on the edge of my seat, being like, what is she gonna say here? Because if she had said, Morgan, it would have been a tie, and then it would have been Riley anyway. Right,
because Rachel would have been the tiebreaker.
But I was just very curious if she was going to split with Vince on that.
I think the pressure is building up. Ava already seems to not be enjoying the stress that comes with Big Brother. She sleeps a lot. She doesn't like doing the gameplay. We've seen her make big decisions based on vibes.
Yeah.
I think she just doesn't like the stress that comes with it. Was up to her, and everyone was in her ear trying to make her pick a side.
Yeah. That could be part of it.
Yeah. Or maybe she also was sleeping with Riley. Maybe she's the third baby mama.
Maybe
Allegedly.
Maybe the reason that we saw Riley and Catherine together is because they were hiding Riley from us when he was with Ava. That's what it was. They could only hide so much Riley. But yeah,
what
so
a
Riley
great episode, dude.
Riley goes home, but we can talk a little bit about. Wait, no, we can't talk about it because the people who haven't seen the live feeds don't know about it. Dang it.
We'll have to save it for next week's episode.
But we can talk about the fact that we did watch it.
Yeah, we did. We watched the live feeds. It was a ton of fun. We got to watch the wall comp.
We got to watch people
very
fall.
Confused.
Yeah, at first we weren't that into it because we thought they were going to cut every single time. But then I watched it a little bit more, and I was like, wait, they're not cutting anymore. And then
we
watched
back
the end of it. It was a great time.
It was awesome. It was a super great time. I really enjoyed it. I got one last piece of kind of behind-the-scenes gossip we can end on. Apparently, on one of the live feeds in the middle of the night, one Mr. Vinny, was caught doing something under his covers.
Oh. Well, I didn't catch that.
And the video was all over my Twitter today, so I kept seeing it.
Oh, man. I mean, how many days have they been in there?
A lot. Hey, man, not everybody has, not everybody's Riley,
No.
everybody.
Not everybody will just make it flop around in the shower,
Insane behavior. That alone should have been. He was like, what, you guys saw that? You guys saw and heard that? You were wearing a microphone.
Yeah, we
got the shower.
I wanted to bring up a comment that we got on Spotify that was addressed to your cousin. Chase, how is your David fan cousin doing? Is he watching Big Brother? I bet he'd be a huge Riley fan. David and Riley are real men.
Oh, dude, you know what? Let's call my cousin and see, because I don't know. I haven't followed up with him in a while.
All right, let's see what Hallahan is up to.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on speaker. I'm gonna let PD talk to you.
Okay, sweet Hallahan, what is up?
What's up, PD?
It's really good to have you on the podcast. We haven't seen you since David got voted out in Survivor.
Man, I miss David. I wish Dave was playing Big Brother, which is my second favorite reality show. Did you know that?
I did not know you were a fan of Big Brother.
I love Big Brother. Callahan loves the BBC, the Big Bro Club.
Oh,
I love BBC.
We try not to abbreviate it for strategic reasons. We are a family show. Okay, Hallahan, let's rein it in a little bit. We want to ask you something. It really works out that you're a Big Brother fan because we didn't know, but we wanted your opinion on Riley Jeffries, a contestant in the Big Brother house.
Man, I saw Riley Jeffries 2011 at the Colorado Rodeo.
Wait, how old is he? How old would he have been in 2011?
He would have been about 14, 15 years old. He had just gotten started riding bulls, and my God, did I ever see a rookie as bad as Riley Jeffries. Oh, God. He couldn't stay on a bull if I staple gunned his ass to the seat.
Oh, I thought you were going a different direction with that. I thought you were going to say he was like a bull riding prodigy.
No, terrible bull rider, fantastic Big Brother competitor.
Oh, okay, so you actually respect his Big Brother game.
Oh, yeah, man. I think, listen, if you're going to go in Big Brother, you gotta do three things. And he did all three things. First thing you got to do, you got to find yourself a lady. It's going to get lonely in that sheet at night, baby. Second thing you got to do is you got to establish dominance in the house. And the best way to establish dominance in the house, getting in the shower and just flip-flopping your ding-a-ling.
I guess that is one way to put it. Thank you,
Third
Hallahan.
thing you got to do.
Oh, okay,
I
I guess. Oh, sorry. I was trying to cut you off, but it's okay. Keep going.
Third thing you got to do in Big Brother if you want to win the game is you have to put everyone on the edge of their seat. You got to make them think that you're a serial killer. You could fly off the handle at any moment. You don't want to make a guy like that upset. He is a badass. And the best way to do that is to find a nice young lady in the house. Remember step 1. And remember step 2.
Yep.
And then for step 3, you got to make sure that you tear her down emotionally and mentally until everyone around her is a shell of a What?
Hallahan, I'm sorry. I think you're taking it a little bit too far. I'm gonna ask you to hang up now.
What?
I think we have to draw the line at advocating. Okay, thank you. We do here in Making the Merge, we don't advocate for manipulating women, and that we do not. Hallahan's comments are not, reflective of our opinions.
This isn't our fault. This is the commenter that's asked what Callahan's opinion.
And that would be Will.Power. I believe it's the same Will who made the cover song, but Will Power
this is just like a nickname. How it wasn't Rachel's fault that Riley went on the block. It was Lauren's fault. Just like that situation. This isn't our fault. We should not have called Callahan. He has terrible taste. He's very sexist. Remember, he loved David in Survivor last season. We got to stop calling that guy.
No, we can't let him back on the program. But there is one misogynist that I would like to have I would like to have on the program. Do you know who that is?
No.
Jeff Probst. I'm just kidding.
I thought you were going to say Billy Garcia.
No, dude, he's a feminist.
Heck yeah, dude. He loves women.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this week. For my NyQuil-fueled ramblings about the live feeds.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I hope you feel better, man. I'll have Callahan call you later, and you guys can talk about the live feeds.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So for the BBC, this is Chasin PD signing off.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here in the old studio. Thanks for listening or don't listen. It's really up to you at this point. It's at the end of the show. I mean, you're listening to me. Hi. But here they come. I promise they're coming. Yep, here they are. Happy day.
Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio. Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio. Did you know using your browser in incognito mode doesn't actually protect your privacy? Take back your privacy with IPVanish VPN. Just one tap and all your data, passwords, communications, browsing history, and more will be instantly protected. IPVanish makes you virtually invisible online. Use IPVanish on all your devices, anytime you go online at home and especially on public Wi-Fi. Get IPVanish now for 70% off a yearly plan with this exclusive offer at ipvanish.com/audio.